research or on GitHub about about agreement, how to do something. Will they apply something like a standard or just leave it as a draft? Because there is a lot of EIP, Ethereum improvement proposals, and people usually just erase of that. And the last say after is for the Ethereum developers, and then Vitalik or like some of the Carol, Joseph to say like, okay, let's go with this, let's approve it. So, but I don't remember that there was some big discussions that they don't get to consensus dramatically. So usually everybody goes for the one, everything very logical, and you can prove by mathematically that this is good proposal, this is not. So,
but it's a discussion.
It's a discussion.
There's not actually people voting.
Yeah.
Because wasn't there an issue at DEF CON? There was some sort of like closed door meetings.
Yeah.
Some developers got pissed off.
This is the discussion. Yeah. Okay. The vote meetings goes inside the Ethereum. The meetings, so they vote. I think they vote inside. That's what I want to say in Plasma calls that we talk with Ethereum. They just say, okay, this is a good proposal, but you need to fix this. Just remember about this and this. And if you do all that community says, that they approve it and let it go. And some people say, no, I don't want to do this. This is not our approach. We go in other direction. So it happens sometimes, and people start to implement their own proposals, but usually nobody is supportive. So yeah, it's.
And do you think, like, 3 years from now, let's say, you know, Ethereum's market cap is $2 trillion, and we have, we have 100,000.
Thinking, Katie?
Yeah, no, but seriously, I mean, like, let's say it's 3 years from now, the market cap is $2 trillion. There's 100,000 dApps, and 100 of those dApps are actually good, and people are using them. Like, do you think this model that you have now with the developers will be scalable at that point, or is like with the way that you guys are doing consensus now, will this actually work in the future?
Yes, and I think it's better to go with a comparison. Like Bitcoin is very centralized. There is just a few people who control where it goes. And as we say, like in Ethereum, there is a bunch of developers, and everybody of them like it works like proof of stake. Like as more people contribute in the community, as more they have a vote inside, and it goes organically. So there is nothing something. So if Vitalik says no, it shouldn't work, he get a lot of proofs that it shouldn't work. Yes, and then everybody, most of the people trust of them. Sometimes they get in the discussion. Yes, but it organically goes like this. But I think the question is like, is it be completely decentralized or not? So Ethereum goes to grow the community to not be centralized, as Bitcoin is. So let's go with this.
Go for this one.
My question is, you have Ethereum, which is governed by the Ethereum Foundation, which is somehow led by the bank.
Yeah.
Then you have Plasma.
Yeah.
Plasma is a venture, which is a for-profit venture, which is raising money with a CEO, CTO, whatever. But Vitalik wrote the technical white paper.
Yeah.
So how is the connection between those two organizations?
Yeah.
And where is the...
The 3 steps. First, the Vitalik proposal is just, it's not like white paper technically, because there is no description how to implement. They just invent idea of what we're gonna do. And how we're gonna do this, all the crypto stuff. There is nothing about it inside this white paper. So that's why it's. I will send you the Plasma world map. There is a big map with a different approach of the Plasma that happens now. There is a minimal viable Plasma. It's what happens first. We know about this? Yeah? No?
Funny.
Yeah, then more funny, now it happens the more viable Plasma. So this is the approach that we do now, because there is a lot of things with the exit is solved in this solution. Now there is another approach that we announced pretty soon. Actually, it's not a secret, it's on ETH Research. the ZK Snarky Plasma. We put all the things with the snarks and allows to do confidential transactions inside the plasma. And this is only our proposal, and the white paper and all the idea, it belongs to us. Yes, there is a plasma cache. There is a plasma cache flow, and now is the plasma prime. So there is a 5 different plasma. They all do all the same stuff that on Vitalik's proposal, but minimal viable plasma is vulnerable, so everybody can beat it with some cheeky transactions. More viable is solve all the solutions about the exits. And plasma cache and plasma cache flow, they will, there is no technical solutions that allows you to do computations that's required for these things. Like there is a plasma prime, it works with the prime numbers and like multiplexity of the different kind of numbers to prove that it's but yeah, the main limit that with our technique is now do the same, like 50 transactions per second in comparison with 25,000 hours. And the benefits is just speed. So we not just speed. There is a different kind of exit issues. But yeah, so yes, back to your question.
Yes.
Like yes, there is a Ethereum Foundation that doesn't work with the plasma. They don't want to implement it. They say, community, if you need these things, let's do this. We help to you. There is like my project, like for Matter, the R&D, Matter R&D team that works closely with them, and then and there is a lot of projects that start to use our approach, and but now it's only one approach, main net solution that we have. And on this go, maybe they will announce it pretty soon, but as soon as they can see, we go in front of them in a bunch of things of verification and client-side API and so on.
But Plasma, is that a company? Where is this company based? Who owns the company?
Plasma
and what kind of structure is this company?
Plasma is like, it's the name like blockchain. But there is a different kind of blockchain, like Ethereum, like Bitcoin, and so on. To say,
okay.
Yes. So our like Matter Plasma is our, it's the first one and the most stable that I see now.
And then
Say
Meta
about
Plasma is a
license.
company then, and this is based where and owned by whom?
Sorry, it's based.
So Meta Plasma, that
Yeah.
is a company which is coding on this plasma.
Yes.
Yes. But Meta Plasma is a company based where and owned by whom?
So this is now the IP belongs to me and Alex,
Yeah.
because we are the first event, and we will just look at where to settle the company.
Ah, it's
Maybe
not
to be
incorporated.
Huh?
You're not incorporated yet.
Yes, not incorporated, but I think we'll be in Singapore. It
Wow.
depends on the So
Switzerland.
maybe Switzerland, maybe Canada.
Come to Singapore, bro.
No, Switzerland.
Can I ask a question? So what does your roadmap look like? What does your roadmap look like? In 1 year, 3 years?
In a few days, we will send everything.
Yeah, we will make a chat with you, and I will send you a roadmap of the plan, so you will know all the benefits that will happen for the next year. Next year we have a lot of things that we have done. Yes, just come to chat and I will tell you.
Yo, I like that you spoke about like ZK Snarks. I was like following some interesting projects. Like I don't know, have you heard of Starkware?
Sorry?
Starkware out of
Starkware?
yeah. So they're looking at ZK like stocks. It's complicated. I'm not gonna get into now. I'm not a developer. But I think my general question would be like, what are you excited about? Or most excited about that sort of like similar to like ZK Snarks outside of the scope of like sort of the mainstream Ethereum development that like one day can like be either implemented later stage. I mean, I can't really speak much more on that, but something to that effect by analogy. Like, I don't know.
What I can say, like the Starkware is a company, like it's a new approach, so they don't have it's totally R&D company. They do about just research and development, not the product.
Yeah.
And they fundraised a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all private. They raised all the capital private. Like I think Vitalik and Rush Naval.
Yeah. They're work on the ZK snarks, and now we're also there's another group about ZK snarks. I'm not in this group. Alex lots of work on this. Yeah, and what we can expect, like the snarks solve the solution of the computation problem. So you not can put to the smart contracts the very complex things because it's very costly. And with the ZK snarks you can put it and you know that the computation will be valid all the time, even with the sidechain transaction. So that's why snarks have to be done. And what about this ZK snarks, that's what we built on the ETH Berlin. It's our price from Zcash and New Cipher, and Gitcoin. We built the Battlefield game, you know, when you play each other with a snark. So you put your battles. The snark proves that your map is valid and you can't change it. And then you start to game and nobody can change it.
It's fucking epic.
People. And this is the first implementation of snarks in real world.
That's an interesting use case.
I can send you the link about
Yeah, please.
this.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
It's really epic.
Yes.
You spoke earlier about the cost to create a 51% attack. I was just wondering if anyone's thinking about or working on solutions for if there's some like rapid advancement in computing technology power, or suddenly it becomes a lot cheaper or something like that, how they're going to protect against that.
You mean if it happens what?
If there's some like sudden technological advancement,
Quantum computing.
quantum computing, for example, or suddenly computing power becomes much cheaper. Like, is there anybody thinking about how to protect against that?
PGP, everything breaks.
Okay, I can answer.
No, everything breaks.
So we're R&D, and we not build just a plasma. There is a bunch of things that we do, like ZK snarks, and you get to the point, the post-quantum cryptography. It's super hard-lifting stuff that I don't understand all the stuff that happens there, but we have cryptographers that work also with the Ethereum. We build the elliptic curves that doesn't, they resistant to the quantum computer. I just check who achieved and which achievements has in quantum computer technologies. And what I want to say now, because I used to work in the Intel, and I do encoding and decoding system for the GPU power that work there. And there is a lot of talks about quantum computer as well, because it's now what they can do quantum computers is just primary calculations, like multiplications in quantum computer is not possible, still not possible. So that is a big gap. So maybe someone work on it, but I think we have a time in several years to migrate to post-quantum computing. And now the community, yes, it's a great question, community also work on it. But I think it's just 100 people who know how to build it. Yes, and one of these crypto guys who built post-quantum cryptography already, we adopted for Ethereum because there is a lot of mathematical things that we have to solve.
But on your point, two scientists, you would know this, did a conference call from one side of the world to another using photons.